World War I, rather than the World War II backdrop of the original comics, was a stroke of genius. It gives the story a fresh historical context, steeped in the gritty realism of trench warfare and the cultural shifts of the early 20th century. This choice also allowed the filmmakers to explore themes of sacrifice and idealism in a world on the brink of modernity, making Diana's perspective as an outsider even more compelling. Let's talk about the cast again, because they're the heartbeat of this film. Gal Gadot's casting as Diana was a revelation. Initially met with skepticism due to her relatively limited acting resume, mostly known for Fast and Furious roles, Gadot proved the doubters wrong. She trained for 9 months, mastering sword fighting, horseback riding, and martial arts to embody Diana's physicality. Off-screen, Gadot's warmth and charisma made her a natural leader, with co-stars praising her ability to light up the set. Chris Pine, as Steve Trevor, brings a roguish charm that balances Diana's sincerity. Pine, fresh off Star Trek in the finest hours, leaned into the role with humor and vulnerability, making Steve a partner, not just a sidekick. The supporting cast, from Connie Nielsen's regal Hippolyta to Robin Wright's fierce Antiope, adds depth to Themyscira's matriarchal society. The villains, played by Danny Houston and Elena Naya, are menacing without stealing the spotlight, letting Diana's heroism shine. Let's get into production details that make Wonder Woman a visual feast. With a $149 million budget, the film was a massive undertaking, involving over 2,000 crew members across multiple countries. Filming spanned from November 2015 to May 2016, with principal photography in the UK, Italy, and France. The Themyscira scenes, shot on Italy's Amalfi and Cyllenian coasts, are a highlight, capturing the island's mythical beauty with crystalline waters and rugged cliffs. London's historic sites, like Trafalgar Square and the Old Bailey, double as 1918 London, while the grim battlefields were recreated at Warner Brothers Studios in Leavesden, UK. Production designer Aline Bonetto and her team built massive sets, including a 500-foot-long trench for a key action sequence, ensuring every detail felt authentic. The cinematography, led by Matthew Jensen, is a standout. Jensen's choice to shoot on 35mm film gives Wonder Woman a rich, textured look that sets it apart from the digital sheen of many modern blockbusters. He used natural light wherever possible, especially in Themyscira, to emphasize the island's organic beauty. For the war scenes, Jensen drew on somber, muted tones to reflect the devastation, contrasting with Diana's vibrant presence. The visual effects handled by teams like Double Negative and MPC bring the action to life. Think lasso twirling, shield deflecting, and gravity-defying leaps. While some CGI in the final act drew minor criticism, the practical stunts, performed by Gadot and a team of stunt women, ground the action in reality. Fun fact: Gadot was 5 months pregnant during reshoots, and the crew used green screen fabric to conceal her baby bump. The music, composed by Rupert Gregson-Williams, is another layer of brilliance. The iconic Wonder Woman theme, first introduced by Hans Zimmer in Junkie XL and Batman v Superman, gets a full-blown orchestral treatment here, with electric cello riffs that give you chills every time Diana charges into battle. Gregson-Williams crafted distinct motifs for Themyscira's serenity, the chaos of war, and Diana's emotional growth, creating a score that's as dynamic as the film itself. The soundtrack also includes a Sia song, To Be Human, featuring Labyrinth, which perfectly captures the film's themes of love and resilience. Why does Wonder Woman resonate so deeply? It's the themes. This isn't just a story about a hero with super strength. It's about a woman discovering her purpose in a flawed world. Diana's journey is about confronting the messy reality of humanity while holding on to her belief in compassion and justice. The film tackles big ideas, war, sacrifice, love, without preaching, letting Diana's actions speak louder than words. It's also a celebration of diversity, with a cast that includes actors of Moroccan, Scottish, Native American, and Spanish descent, reflecting the global stakes of the story. The Amazons, portrayed by athletes and stunt women like Olympic boxer Madeline Ball-Bainer, showcase female strength in a way that feels authentic and inspiring. The film's cultural footprint is massive. It smashed box office records, earning $821.8 million globally against its $149 million budget, with $412.6 million from the U.S. alone. It was the highest-grossing film of summer 2017 and the second highest-grossing DC film at the time, behind only Batman v Superman. Its 93% Rotten Tomatoes score and a cinema score reflect universal acclaim, with audiences and critics praising its balance of spectacle and heart. On X, fans still rave about iconic scenes, with posts in 2024 and 2025 calling it a timeless classic and the DCU's peak. The film's success paved the way for more female-led superhero films, like Captain Marvel and Black Widow, and cemented Jenkins and Gadot as Hollywood powerhouses. For the trivia buffs, here are some gems. The film's iconic No Man's Land scene took 2 weeks to shoot and involved 150 extras. Gadot learned to ride a horse in just 3 weeks for her Themyscira scenes. The Amazon's training sequences were choreographed by Zack Snyder's stunt coordinator, Damon Caro, who ensured every move felt unique. The film also pays homage to Wonder Woman's comic roots with subtle Easter eggs, like references to her creator, William Moulton Marston, who was inspired by early feminists and his own unconventional life.